Hi, my name is M. Christie and my pronouns are they, them. You may know me as someone who's hosted free rock painting parties, or as an advocate for gender equity in local media, or as a playwright or painter. There's someone running for Minnesota House 4A who, in my opinion, should not be elected to any position of authority. And I say that because of personal experiences I've had with this individual who used their authority to punch down when all I ever wanted to do was help. In 2023, I was misgendered by the official paper of record for the city of Moorhead. Conversations with the paper were not constructive, so I went to a city council meeting on November 27th and asked them to open a conversation with their official paper of record about not misgendering trans folks. And I sent over my entire statement ahead of time. Though the mayor usually says council meetings are not a back and forth and that they're just a chance for council to listen, this time Mayor Carlson directed the city attorney to give a response they had prepared that was about the First Amendment. The city attorney explained laws were in place to prevent governments from pressuring their official paper of record to control their content. He made absolutely no distinction between "could you please use accurate pronouns for everyone, like the Associated Press rules state," and "support this political candidate or else" types of pressure. The attorney did say, eventually, that the city could at least ask the paper to use correct pronouns for everyone. That December, I was receiving a Human Rights Award at a city council meeting, in part for the advocacy I had done in gender equity for local media. Mayor Carlson introduced herself to me at the meet and greet last, just 5 minutes before the council meeting, which was to start with the Human Rights Award. First, she laughed as she thanked me for sending my entire statement over ahead of time, so, quote, "so we knew what to say back," end quote. Then she lowered her voice, bent down close to me, so it seemed like she didn't want my friends and family at the table to hear, and she said that the city was not going to talk to their official paper of record about using accurate pronouns. And when I said the city attorney said that you could at least ask them, she said, "We're just not going to do it. We're just not going to do it." And she walked away. Not only was she unwilling to take the easy, cost-free step of simply having a conversation to protect the dignity of trans folks, but Mayor Carlson smiled as she told me she was blocking the trans-inclusive advocacy I had in part been nominated for 5 minutes before I was to receive an award for that work. At the meeting, Mayor Carlson walked away as one of the Human Rights Awards recipients was speaking, to go stand at the back of the room and get ready to take a picture with all of us. It seemed like she didn't care about the Human Rights Award recipients, what we had accomplished or what we had been nominated for, nor in what we said at the ceremony itself, but she did seem interested in a photo op with a diverse group. I refused a solo picture with her. I've already seen Shelley Carlson accuse people of lying the moment they say something that doesn't cast her in a good light. So in case she does that this time, here's the evidence you need. Despite my simple request, and despite the city attorney saying they could, the city of Moorhead never had a conversation with their official paper of record about using correct pronouns for everyone. If they did, they never mentioned it in council, and they certainly never mentioned it to me. She was the highest elected authority in my city, and she used all the authority and privilege of that position to punch down on an artist, an advocate, and someone who genuinely only wanted to help the world be better. Today, I advocate against Shelley Carlson being elected to Minnesota House 4A. I've left links and timestamps for the council meeting I mentioned in the comments. Thank you for listening.